Slow steps in Sukhumvit. Bangkok's nights had always been alive. Motorbikes darting through neon-lit streets, vendors calling out prices for skewers of grilled chicken, the hum of conversations spilling from cafes. For Niren, 26 years old and newly single after 5 years in a relationship, the city felt both familiar and alien. Every sound seemed to carry echoes of Arun, his ex-boyfriend, who had left for studies abroad a year ago. At first, Niren had tried to hold on. They had promised each other that distance wouldn't break them. Video calls, long emails, care packages, it was all supposed to bridge the gap. But as months passed, the warmth of those gestures cooled. Niren, once the optimistic one, began to unravel. He grew restless, irritable, unable to reconcile the closeness they once had with the emptiness of absence. When the breakup finally came 4 months ago, it was quiet, almost anticlimactic. Arun cried. Niren stared at the floor, numb. Now the places they had once claimed together, the cafe with mismatched chairs, the riverside park where they had watched lanterns drift into the sky, felt haunted. Even his apartment seemed to breathe with Arun's presence. He knew he couldn't stay. He needed a change, a new space where the shadows of the past couldn't reach him. That was how he found himself standing in front of a modern condo building in Sukhumvit, suitcase in hand. The building wasn't remarkable, glass panels, polished lobby floors, the faint scent of jasmine from a decorative arrangement, but it was new to him. His best friend, Phum, lived here already. Phum was asexual. He had told Niren years ago with quiet honesty that sex wasn't part of how he experienced love. But romance, that was something he longed for. He wanted companionship, intimacy, someone to share life with. Yet his search was fraught with complications. Most people he met couldn't understand his boundaries. They wanted more than he could give, or they dismissed his feelings as incomplete. He had tried dating apps, blind dates, even introductions through friends. Each time it ended with awkward conversations, unmet expectations, or quiet heartbreak. Love shouldn't come with terms and conditions, Phum had once said, half joking, half serious. But for me it always does. Niren admired his resilience. Despite the disappointments, Phum kept looking. He believed in love even if it seemed elusive. And now, as Niren moved into the same building, he thought being near Phum might help anchor his drifting self. The first days in the new condo were a blur of unpacking, arranging furniture, and trying to convince himself this was home. He kept the curtains open, letting in the city lights at night, as if to remind himself he wasn't alone. Still, loneliness pressed in. He would wander down to the lobby in the mornings to pick up deliveries, groceries, small packages, the mundane necessities of life. It was during one of these routines that he first noticed the man next door. Tall, broad-shouldered, with an easy smile, the neighbor looked like someone who had stepped out of a lifestyle magazine. His name, Niren would later learn, was Thanakorn, though most called him Korn. He was 28, 2 years older, and carried himself with effortless charm. Yet there was something clumsy about him too. He would fumble with his keys, drop his phone, spill coffee on his shirt. It was endearing in a way that made Niren pause, caught between amusement and curiosity. Their first encounters were awkward. Niren would be collecting packages when Korn appeared, juggling bags or balancing takeaway coffee. Once, Niren witnessed a breakup unfold right in front of him, Korn's girlfriend storming out, shouting accusations while Korn stood bewildered. Another time, a boyfriend left in tears, muttering about Korn's inability to commit. Niren, still raw from his own heartbreak, found himself both sympathetic and uncomfortable. For weeks, their interactions were limited to polite nods, brief smiles, the occasional good morning. Niren kept his distance, retreating into the safety of his apartment and the company of Phum. Phum would drop by often, carrying snacks or stories. He had a way of grounding conversations, steering them away from romance and into broader currents, work, hobbies, the absurdity of dating apps. Yet beneath his humor, Niren could see the quiet ache. Phum wanted love, but his experiences had left him cautious. Listen to the full original story on channel blstoriesland.